The setting of this story is a ranch in Martin, South Carolina, the heart of the South. The ranch is east of the Mississippi River, only the second ranch to be recognized that side of the river for the Best Remuda Award. Creek Plantation borders the shores of the Savannah River and is made up of thick woodlands and lush green pastures. The ranch is owned by Billy Morris of Augusta, Georgia, a Southern gentleman with a passion for family and responsible stewardship of land and livestock. Billy married his beloved late wife, Mary Sue "Sissy" Ellis, in 1958. They had been married for 62 years and in love for 65. Creek Plantation became a family affair that provided Billy a way to live his childhood dream of breeding quality American quarter horses and quality cattle. He fondly reflects on his very blessed life regularly, reminiscing on where God has taken him. Graduating from the University of Georgia with a degree in journalism, creating and owning a successful media company, and stewarding ranch and forest land.
When I was growing up, my first introduction to a horse was my grandfather, Charles Hill, who had a farm in Aiken, South Carolina. My mother took me over there, and I had the opportunity to ride horse with him. I was about 2, maybe 3 years old. He put me up on the horse and put his arms around me, held me, and that was my first introduction to a horse. And I fell in love with horses at that time. All of my life I've been interested in horses. I've ridden horses, I've trained horses, and then along the way I fell in love with cattle. The horse and the cattle go together, very much together. Way back yonder when I was just a little boy, I'd hope someday to own a place where I could raise some cows and raise some horses, both. Well, I've been very blessed to buy the Creek Plantation some 50 years ago, and I've been able to do both. So it's been the fulfillment of a dream that I had a long time ago, to have a place like this, to be able to raise horses and cattle.
Maintaining the ranch depends on having an outstanding remuda. The Creek Plantation breeding program began in 1970 when Billy purchased 5 mares and King of Clubs, a stallion who had successfully shown in halter and performance when owned by August Bush of St. Louis. Creek horses were bred with an emphasis on foundation bloodlines, performance, disposition, and conformation. Today, approximately 35% of the ranch's remuda traces to its original band of foundation mares. They run about 60 brood mares, with about 95% being bred to the ranch's stallions and the rest to outside sires. These sires primarily consist of King Ranch and 4/6 stock. The plantation keeps 8 to 10 promising foals, primarily focusing on fillies, to be evaluated for its breeding program. Colts that do not fit the program are gelded and put in the working string or are sold. Creek Plantation stock represents some of the most prominent and popular bloodlines of American quarter horses, and they're all started under saddle as ranch horses and are evaluated for their talents to either remain in the remuda or will move to careers in breeding, showing, or other areas of the industry. Billy himself had bred more than 1,780 American quarter horses, with more than 80 earning AQHA registers of merit. American quarter horses that have been bred by Billy have earned more than $3.4 million in various competitions, the bulk of that being in the National Cutting Horse Association.
I have enjoyed to put my children and grandchildren on a horse, to show them, first of all, leading them around and then teaching them to ride. All of my children like to ride a horse, and they're all pretty good. Some like it more than others, but some are very intense about it and do a good job.
It all started, coming down to these wonderful places we have, and getting thrown up on horses as a little kid. I was very blessed that my granddad and grandma brought me down here and spent so many weekends down at the creek, and I just fell in love with horses. There's something called equine fever, which he's talked to me about, and there is no cure for it. The only temporary relief that you can get is when you're on a horse riding it, but there's no cure.
I'm very grateful that they chose this place. We have been working on quality horses and quality cattle for a long time. And the fact that somebody, a third party, recognizes that we've done a good job is very important. I know we've done a good job because I know the wonderful people that I have working to maintain this place and to do a good job. I know who they are and I know what kind of great job they've done. The award is an award to them as much as to me because we all work together and we have got a very fine operation here in all respects. Thank you. And I tip my hat to you, all of them. Thank you.
Throughout the years, the Morris belief system has not faltered. Their belief is that their program should be based on the stability, conformation, and ease of handling, coupled with athletic ability, quickness, stamina, and endurance to produce horses that are exceptionally competitive in cutting, reining, and other Western events while also remaining functional for the ranch. Creek Plantation is a beautiful ranch in the southeastern United States, built on faith and family. The American Quarter Horse Association is proud to bestow the Best Remuda Award upon Creek Plantation. Out west, way back east.